Hello, everyone. This is Cambrian Man, and I'm here to talk about a little project I'm going to do. Um, you may or may not know that a developer named McFunky Pants, I don't remember his actual name, I should probably look it up, is going to be, has issued a challenge essentially that says he made one game every month last year. And so he's seeing, challenging people to join in and do the same. So I'm going to be doing that. Now, what I've decided to do is to essentially record it as a Let's Play. Now, I can't record everything I'm going to do, but I will record some of it. And yeah, it would be really tedious for me to record everything. Oh, man. It shows all the bugs I have. So, this game I made in 2010, or I started working on in 2010. It's a pretty serious bug right there. And it is a game that I did on an idea that was that people would suggest a single sentence and I would base a game on that. And in this case, it was The Monsters Will Show You the Way. And it's a game about a frog who is trying to make his way through a forest. And there are monsters, and by interacting with them in different ways, you can traverse through the obstacles. Now, I'm not going to be directly using anything from this game, mainly because it's not very good. The coding is terrible, the art doesn't look that great, but it gives you an idea, and I thought it would be a fitting start to go with one of the first games I was really working on relatively recently, to a game that we're going to do. So it's going to be something, yeah. I just wanted to give you something to look at here because I'm going to go switch over and show you a little bit more of what I have for this first game. No. Okay. So I've just opened up a Photoshop document here so that we can kind of sketch out a few ideas. Basically, what I want to do is I want to make kind of a Metroidvania style game, but pretty small, right? So it's going to be a small set of areas that interconnect in different ways. And the idea is that by finding the different monsters and interacting with them in different ways, you'll be able to eventually progress out of it. Think of it as being like maybe the size of one area in like a game like Metroid or something. Simply for time reasons, I only have a month to do it. I don't have to make the game within a month, but this first one, I don't have anything started already, so I'm going to be doing that. So we're going to have lots of different things connected to each other. I wish I had my stylus, but I can't find it. Now, just can I just clear it there? Okay. The art I'm probably going to be doing in ProMotion. I'm going to have to figure out a way to record time lapses. Hypercam seems to be okay, but it doesn't seem to be great about certain things. So I'm going to have to figure that out. So yeah, the game is going to be that you are a frog, kind of like the little guy I saw before. Oh yeah, that's a frog. All right, you're a frog. And you have no abilities on your own. Your only ability is to interact with the monsters, and the monsters do different things in different ways. Look at them. Oh yeah. The monsters do different things in different ways, and then interact with each other in different ways. So I have to come up with about 4 or 5 different monsters. And each monster has a helpful and a harmful aspect to them, and depending on how you use them, they will hopefully interact with each other in an interesting manner. It's going to be a simple platformer for the sake of it's something that I kind of know how to do. I don't really have any questions about how I'm going to get this done. For future projects, I'd really like to team up with other people to do different things. So before you saw that there was a kind of balloon-looking monster that when you grab, it inflates. And it's going to be in Flash because, oh, shut up. I hate that. I need to turn that off. It's going to be in Flash because I know how to do it, and because I've been looking at HTML5 frameworks and nothing has really caught my eye yet. It may in the future, but it hasn't yet. So the next thing is, yeah. And we'll see. I have hopes for one called Kiwi.js, and we'll see. Depending on how many people actually watch this, it may just be for my own benefit that I'm recording things, but possibly I will take suggestions. I'll post up work in progress builds as I go along, and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a little bit of an experiment. Hopefully I can record as many as I can. Now, one rule is you are allowed to use game jams towards your I wish I had my stylus. Your 12 one game a month titles. So I will be doing that, and in that case I will not do it as a let's play. I will instead stream it. And you're always free to watch it. I stream much of what I do. I stream much of what I do when I do like Ludum Dare, and if there are others like the Adventure Time game jam that I did, if I do any of those, then it'll be up on stream. You can always watch it if you're interested. All right, so having said all this, I'm going to go ahead and see where I am and maybe start setting up a project for this. All right, everybody. So I've got my project set up here in Flashpunk. In Flash Develop. I've got Flashpunk set up, and I'm going to be starting to record some of this. Most of it's going to be in time lapse, so I apologize if it kind of turns out weird, and you may not be able to see things. I'll explain things probably once per day. How about that? Once per update, I'll explain what I've done to keep the recording and editing down, so I don't have to go nuts doing that. But yeah, there you go, and I'll try to show you what I'm doing a little bit at least. I've used Flashpunk once before for my Adventure Time Game Jam game. So yeah, that should be cool. All right, I'll see you guys all in a bit after I show you what I've done for the first day. So basically what I've got here is just the starting points. I've been setting up kind of the movement states. I want to model my player's movement as a state machine, because I'm going to have a number of different ways it can interact with the environment, and so the best way to have that that I know of to kind of deal with that, rather than having just gigantic amounts of edge cases going on here, is to a state machine. And so what we're going to do is I've created some little kind of stubbed out classes and what's it called, interface, and it's going to let me basically define things, and I have to figure this out because it won't work like this. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this, and if this was like if this was C#, I would use an enumerated type to define the things here, but I don't have that. So I have to figure out how I want to do it. I can pass in classes directly. I just need to somehow get their names without getting the fully qualified class name, which is actually kind of obnoxious because, I'd have to check everything against this if I want to. But maybe not, I don't know. Basically, I want to be able to just, I just want to be able to check classes against each other and stuff. It's been a while since I've done AS3, and I forget some of these things that are quite different from how you do them in, say, JavaScript or C#. I've created a little temporary player graphic. There he is. Just for now. I don't know if I'll keep him or not. He might be okay. He's not bad. He looks kind of concerned. He's not really happy to be here, but that's okay. And he's got um, enough in his body that I can give him some movement. The size here is set to basically mimic an SNES, but I am not going to use any of the limits that the SNES has in terms of sprites and such, because it won't do any, it won't make things look better. I don't want to go crazy with graphics, because I'm gonna have a hard time with it otherwise. I have to clean this up, so I'll do that, but I'll do it off screen. Um, I don't know how the encoding and everything will go, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. I don't want to have to edit too much, otherwise it's going to be too much of a pain to do this. But hopefully we'll be able to kind of follow along as I make games, and I might have to refine this process, but it should be interesting, an interesting little experiment. All right. Well, if you've been watching, thank you.